So if we look at these two here, the left-hand one was your before impact. As you can see, nearer to that red line back on your right foot. Hands are back by your right thighs. That club now has been struck. So a lot of weight hanging back. And if we look at the left foot move, as we said, she's lifting up off the toe because basically no weight's moved onto that left foot. If anyone moves their weight onto the left foot, that left heel or toe can't lift, okay? Because you're putting pressure into the ground. And that's what you want to feel more so with the iron, still a little bit with the driver, but that movement this way down into the ground. So when you get to the top of the backswing, as you'll see in this one, you move back here now, we're going to move and shift down. So you can see your left hip now. If you put a line up there, so just through your lead foot, you're now moving into it, yeah? So you're moving towards that lead, and there's your impact position there now. Very, very different. Yeah. That's in practice swing, so we expect them to be better. You can see now moving through to that left side, and your left foot now, yes, it's a slower swing, it's a practice swing, but your left foot now doesn't move off the ground whatsoever. Then you put the ball in the way after some of those swings there now. Same sort of good for you now. Same good setup. Open that left foot out just to help that hip turn and shift onto that left side. Same good backswing. Now we're going to move into that blue line. We're starting to move there. Your hand now is probably about here somewhere with that blur as you're making contact. And when you're finishing through now, if you look at that left foot, that's going to be the indicator really as to what you do or don't do, as the case may be. She doesn't, there's a smidgen of a little move there, but minimal to be fair. You are moving a lot more weight onto that left side and getting yourself into that stronger, kind of more efficient impact position, which is going to up the yardage, yeah? That last one there was really good in terms of distance, direction, flight and strike and all that jazz, okay? So you've got to make sure when you're hitting the goal, but if you're hitting the ground behind the ball, okay, that's where your ball was, try to avoid moving it back here. Because what happens is you move the ball back, and especially in the winter when the ground's so unforgiving, okay, you hit the ground millimetres behind the golf ball goes nowhere. So people then go, right, okay, well, the ball's in the middle and I'm hitting the ground behind the ball. Ding, ding, I'll move the ball back in the stance. The problem is there now, if I was going to throw a ball to you and throw it to your right side, where would your weight go to get it? Your body weight would move to the side the ball is, yeah? So now your lead foot is going to come off the ground, isn't it, yeah? So we want to try and almost encourage putting the ball a bit further forward as a practice to get you actually moving to that left side more, yeah? Okay. So that's actually one thing you can do, just maybe a few shots on a bit of grass, set up as a normal setup, okay? Set up normally where the ball would be and actually put a golf ball there and then try and hit it. You'll definitely start moving to the left, okay? I think if you put that stick there as a guide as well, that'll definitely help you sort of as some feedback. In time, inside of your right foot. Yeah, exactly. I think just to start with, make yourself some confidence that you can actually make the correct move. If you put it there too close to and start smashing this, I can't do it. Just give up, yeah? So give yourself a little bit of confidence to start with, making that move and giving you a little bit more leeway. But then once you start moving to that left side, up against that wall, controlling that face, again, if you can do that 2 or 3 times a day for a minute or two, just really get that movement dialed in so you know what good impact would feel like with a square club face. I think what's happened is, through the winter, you've hit a few shots where you hit the ground behind the ball back here, you've moved the ball then back in your stance this way, and then the ball then starts going a bit to the right because you're catching it a bit earlier, and then the way you try to swing the ball to the left is by leaning more on this right foot to try and spin it and pull it basically left to target, and then it's got to the point now where you can't find the strike, so it's all going to be a bit hit and miss,
very much so.
Make sense?
Yes.
Good. So we're going to move and shift better. We can do that. I think there's a bit of practice between now and the weekend you're playing, obviously a couple of days time, get a bit more movement in that direction. I think we find it more of a crisper strike,
okay.
Good stuff, very good.